Sarmiento, and today is Friday, March the 26th. Okay, so here is my account with my current positions. Some of them have moved very nicely. So let's take a look at them one by one and see what needs adjustment. Okay, so let's arrange by symbol. Start with Facebook. Let's take a look at a chart of it. Make sure that it coincides. If it has this icon, yellow icon, and yellow icon here, or whatever matching icons, then you would suffice to click here and you will see the chart of what the stock you just clicked on is. Okay, here. So here is Facebook. It looks like it's going down. Not a whole deal. Yeah, okay, so I'm not either bullish or bearish. If it breaks below the Ichimoku cloud, I would definitely be bearish. The trend is down right now, and perhaps for the next couple of days, 3, 4, 5 days maybe, and then we'll see. Okay, let's take a look at the Analyze tab, and here's my trade, risk profile, and it looks fine. You can see that my shorts expire April 23rd. If you want to look, click here on Add Simulated Trades, and you see that April 23rd is 28 days from now, and that is fine. Okay, it's when you are 1 week away, perhaps 8 days, then you can think of doing rollovers or even close the position. So that looks fine. If you want, go to the Monitor tab, and here is Facebook, and you can see the year to date is a loss of $384. Okay, and market value is the position's value right now. $5,522. Just so you know where you are. If you want to see the entire sequence, I go back 130 days. You can select that here, 130 days. No more than that, obviously. And then you see your order history or your trade history, and you can see that I started this position back in March. Okay? And we have done a number of other trades on this particular stock. If you want to see what this position is doing, since we enter it, all you need to do is right click and say Analyze Trade, and if it coincides with the existing trade, which it does, you don't need to have the simulation. But if you have had some modifications, perhaps you need to see the entire history of modifications here in order to see what your true profit is on this particular trade. Let's move on to Intel, and let's a quick look at the chart. And it opened very high a couple of days ago and then pulled back rather dramatically. But I think it might go back up. Earnings are coming up, so you don't want to extend beyond April the 22nd if you possibly can get out of this trade before that. So let's go to the Analyze tab. And right now you see that it's slightly delta negative. Okay, so that is fine for what we want. I took some profits along the way, so instead of being 6, 6, 12, 12, it's 6, 6, 12, 10, 12, which means I sold 2 calls along the way as a way to take profits. Hopefully it was at the top. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so all you need to do is make sure that it's not too far away from delta. Okay, and if necessary, try to adjust it if you can. Okay, let's say the stock then rallies up. Well, if it goes to 69, that would be great. If it goes down to 57, even better. Okay, but right now, April 16 is the expiration. Click on Add Simulated Trades, and April 16th will be 21 days from now. That's fine from now. Let's move on to Lowe's. Lowe's made a big movement in the last week or so. That's fantastic. So let's take a look at what we have done. From the Monitor tab, here's our original trade, and the modifications here are from last year. Those are not. That's part of a previous Gini trade. This is the one that I'm interested in. So Analyze tab, Analyze Trade, and it's exactly the same as the simulation is exactly the same as the position. So it is the same conclusion here. Okay, so today's up $311. we still are losing a little bit, but that's about to change. Another move like that up, and we will be in the money. Okay, so that's fine with me. Okay, so do I need to do anything? Well, April 21, that's not far away, is it? April the 9th, 1929 is 14 days from now. Okay, so next week we will be deciding whether roll over, close the position, whatever. Right now it looks fine. The delta is positive and the stock is moving up, so fine. What you can do here is take a little profit by perhaps shorting a call here. You can take a profit by selling one of your calls. Analyze closing. Just one of them, but let's ignore the simulation here. Okay, there we go. That would turn my trade into too much of a bearish trade for a stock that is hitting new highs. You don't want to do that. But we can roll up my calls that are 170 strike price to 190, which is the current price. So let's ignore this selling of a call. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Analyze rolling is another way. And we would roll only two because that's the outstanding calls. You have two short calls, four long calls. Subtract, you end up with two outstanding calls. And we are going to roll it up to 190. Roll them to up to 190, and don't buy the October, buy the same strike price, the same expiration, July the 16th, and then you are going to get 12.80 times 100 times 2, so it's times 200, so you get about 24, almost, let's see, create duplicate, that would be like $2,500, I think, 2560, okay? Not good in math. So anyway, that's what we want to do. That's what we could do. It's one of the things we could do. Well, what happens? Well, it still turns the delta negative. Is that really what I want? Probably not. But what if we did only one of these roll-ups? 18. That's not too bad. Okay, but my P&L since the opening is negative, and I don't like to a trade that is going to turn positive, shorting it. So the last thing you can do is sell a call at a higher strike price. Okay, say analyze closing. Okay, and let's say 95. Just one of them. Okay, disregard the diagonal here, and that will give me about $935 to sell one, and my delta still goes negative. So I'm not convinced that we need to do this just now. Okay, so we will come back to this next week and see where we are. I suspect by next week lows will be even higher. Even if it goes up and down a little, it might be higher then, and then we will make our change. That's what my gut feel. If you say no, the stock did go up, let's take profits, that's fine. If that's your view, by all means, I wouldn't challenge you on that. Let's look at NUE. Same thing, big jump and big rally up. Okay, so let's say lows is somewhere here. Look at all that lows can still go. But in the case of Nucor, it's already very extended. Let's take a look at the monitor tab. And we have already done a couple of roll-ups, as you can see. Roll over, roll up, and another roll up. Okay, let's go to the Analyze tab, and we have 4 calls here at 72.5, and we have the short calls 6, short long calls 6 as 57.5. So my 72.5, now look at that. With that move, even though I did a roll-up, I'm making good money here, even though at some point I took my profits. If it had gone down, we would have made money just the same. Okay, so what we can do is either sell all of these guys and then turn it too much of a bearish trade, but we can certainly sell one, couldn't we? Analyze closing. Just sell one. and that gives me $910. And still remain delta positive. You can also roll all those 4 calls to, let's say, $80 a share, which is only $2 away, or 75 or 77.5. I don't know if you can do that. Analyze rolling. Instead of 72.5, let's go to 77.5. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Except that instead of October, let's say July, and then we get $2.85. Okay, so these are one of my options. Sell the entire 4 and go up to 77.5 and get 285. If I say confirm and send, you get 1140. Get it? Okay, credit of 1140. That's one solution. Or a credit of 910. Well, 1140 is more, right? But about my deltas. Well, my deltas by doing this diagonal stay pretty high at 56, and I like that at this point. Okay. All right, so let's do that. Let's take our profits, and then eventually we could sell one at a time. Even if you sell some of these calls, you can sell even higher calls as a way of making sure that they become profitable. But I want to do this one here, okay? Let's do that. Confirm and send and take some money off the table. And it's not filling right away. It will get filled shortly. Texas Instruments, I think. Yeah. Okay. Here you see the smiley face. That's where the current price is, sitting at my smiley face. Let's go to the monitor tab, and here you see that I already did a rollover. Okay, so let's copy those 2 trades into the Analyze tab to really make a judgment of how much money we have made or lost in this particular trade. Analyze trade, even after the rollovers. Analyze trade. And then we can hide this portion by saying hide positions. And yeah, we still have a loser, but we are very, very close. And all we need is either a bit of a rally over the smiley face, and then we'll make money, or the stock dropping and rising volatility. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay. Right now it's at 366 loss so far. But I'm hopeful that that will change. Look at that. That stock is newly breaking out to a new high, which means to me, usually it means that there is going to be a follow through. Okay, folks, that's all for today. I am going to be moving to Spain in the next month or so. So I will try to still make this recordings, but only until I make it to Spain and get settled over there, I will be comfortable doing this routinely. So let's see what happens. I will try my best to keep on going. Either way, these trades will hold even if unattended for a couple of weeks. Just the same, I'll come and check it out, even if it's in my laptop. But in my laptop, I don't feel so comfortable recording. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and see you then. Bye-bye.
Please be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Once you have done that, be sure to also click on the bell so you get a notification of future videos coming up in this channel. Be sure also to click like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much.